What's going on, everybody? Tonight, I'm going to be discussing my top 5 war metal bands, aka Bestial black metal. For starters, we're going to start with number 1, Profane Order. I haven't been listening to them for that long, okay? But from what I've heard and listening to whatever I can find from them, their first album, Slave Morality, holy shit, man. Their first album leans more so on the classic war metal aspect, obviously, but it tends to lean a little bit more on the death metal aspect of war metal, because when it comes to war metal is a fusion of death metal, black metal, and thrash metal. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe even though it is a subgenre within the black metal world, I do believe that when it comes to bands being a little bit more black metal-ish in the war metal aspect, it tends to be a little bit more Bestial black metal, and then when it leans a little bit more maybe on the death metal aspect, it's more war metal. With these guys, Profane Order, their first album, Slave Morality, it leans a little bit more on the death metal aspect. Then their second album, One Nightmare Onto Another, leaned a little bit more black metal. Then their third album, Titan Noose of Sanctimony, kind of leaned a little bit more on the death metal aspect. Again, same as their first album. But the vocalists, man, holy shit. Like, even on their first album, Antichrist Abomination with that guitar solo at the end. But what I love about especially their first album, I love their vocals, okay? Holy shit. It is so haunting, and it's so perfect for war metal. It's like, for anybody that wants to get into war metal, or if your ear has been kind of trained for it, this is a band I would highly recommend. And this is the reason why they're definitely number 1 on my top 5. Band number 2, of course, Blasphemy. You know what's crazy? They're not even the first war metal band I listened to, even though they're the starters of war metal. When I was getting into black metal itself, Diafago, if I pronounced that name right, they were kind of like the first war metal band I technically listened to. And when I first heard them, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is so different from black metal. But then later on, I realized, wow, they're not really, they're black metal, but they're a war metal band. Then I got into Archgoat, which I'll talk about them later. And then I heard Blasphemy. And then when I realized that they started war metal, and I'm like, these guys are fucking amazing. What the hell? Blood Upon the Altar, Fallen Angel of Doom, Gods of War. I'm sitting here thinking, damn, these guys are fucking good. Like, Fallen Angel of Doom, like I said, it started the whole war metal saga. Like, it was so different. They took black metal, death metal, thrash metal, those, and they just took it to a whole different level. And I still listen to Fallen Angel of Doom till this day. You know, I got their fucking poster right up here. I had to customly make it. But still, if I customly make a poster of your band and it's on my wall, best believe you're in my top 5, top 10 or something. And so yeah, band number 2, Blasphemy for sure. Speaking of goats, band number 3, Archgoat, with such albums like Angel Cunt, Horror Bethlehem, The Luciferian Crown. Like, these were like the second war metal band technically that I've ever heard, and I didn't even know of war metal at that time just yet. And I remember hearing them, and when I first heard them, I was sitting there thinking, this fucking death metal? Is this like death and black metal put together? But I just remember hearing how fucking chaotic they were, and balls to the wall they were, and just overall, there's a reason why these guys are number 3 in my top 5. And honestly, the poster's right there. That's from their live album. Just holy shit, man. These guys are really fucking good, especially their first album, Angel Cunt. Band number 4, Morbasadad, if that's how you pronounce it right. I believe these guys are from Mexico. I think they're like a Mexican war metal band. And I remember seeing their first album cover, Morbasadad, and how they took like the Baphomet goat or whatever, and then the pentagram star on the head, and automatically, just how it looked, automatically I'm like, I'm in, you know. And I don't know how, I'm not good with Spanish, so I can't really pronounce their album names, and it's gonna just sound fucking wrong if I try to. I remember, like, I think it's like their 3rd or 4th album cover. Like, they're well, war metal in general. I mean, look at fucking Archgoat. But their album covers are so fucked up, because, like, their album covers are basically just a vivid depiction of their music, you know? Especially how one of their album covers is, I think it's like a Baphomet goat, and I don't know if it's like a demon or something, like, and they're double teaming like a dead, like a dead girl or some shit like that, you know. But that's just, you know, war metal in general, you know. If it's not a fucking goat with a gas mask and a fucking M16, you know, it's usually some fucked up shit like that. But their first album, I tend to mention first albums a lot, but their first album, Morbasadad, it is so, what I love about it, it is so bludgeoning to the ear that when I was on the Stairmaster listening to these guys, they're like, it gets me so fucking hype. I feel like, honestly, when I listen to them on the Stairmaster, I feel like I'm in a fucking mosh pit. Like, this, man, these guys are just fucking great. And if you really want to listen to some crazy, ear-bludgeoning fucking war metal, Morbasadad, definitely. And also, I will mention, they're not easy to find. You can find like one of their albums on YouTube Music, but the thing is about them and a lot of other war metal bands, they're very hard to find. Maybe you could find demos, or maybe you could find re-uploads or something, or like community playlists and something on YouTube or whatever, but they're not easy to find. So whatever work I did find from them, and like I said, I don't speak Spanish, so I can't really translate a lot of the album names. I just know the Morbasadad because that's the name of the band. Fucking great, ear-bludgeoning music. Honestly, they're number 4, definitely in my top 5 war metal bands. And number 5 on my top 5 war metal bands, Bestial Goat. Their second album, Infernal Goat of Extermination, holy fuck. First of all, I love the cover. It's got like the bullet, it's got like the bullets around it as like the canvas, and then the goat with the fucking gas mask, and I think the assault rifle. This band, when I first listened to them, they were a recommendation on Instagram, and I'll follow some political stuff, but I'll mostly follow like a lot of black metal content and stuff like that on Instagram. And when they first got recommended to me on Instagram, I was like, what the fuck are these guys? Saved it, went and checked them out, heard their first album, great warm-up, but their second album, holy shit. Great fucking great war metal. Just all in general, just balls to the fucking wall, chaotic as fuck. And honestly, I just thought it was really, you know, creative, especially with the bullets as the canvas, and like the the goat with the fucking with the assault rifle, whatever it was. But all in general, man, I would highly recommend them too. You know, Bestial Goat, closing out this top 5 war metal bands of all time.